Now, all through the week, we have been tracking the removal of fuel subsidies in Nigeria, which has led to a petrol price surge there. Now, ripple effect from there can be seen in its neighboring country, Benin. Home to 13 million people, Benin has heavily relied on cheaper Nigerian fuel that is often smuggled across the border. This fuel is then sold on the roadsides and even has a name, Payo, which means unoriginal in the native language. It is cheaper than fuel at the gas stations. But now all this is changing. Here's BBC's Yusuf Akipelu.
Some of this subsidized fuel are smuggled into Benin Republic, and that accounts for a certain percentage of local consumption of fuel in Benin Republic. So many people rely on these smuggled products because they are accessible and they are cheaper. So that's why you often do not even get gas stations everywhere in Benin Republic. Since that subsidy has been removed, that means prices have jacked up in Benin Republic as they have here in Nigeria, because the fuel being smuggled into Benin Republic no longer being smuggled at the rate at which they are. So now people have to pay more. President told me the prices have gone almost as double as what they normally buy a couple of days back. So that means people want to fuel that generator to power their homes, to power their businesses, would have to pay more to fuel their generating sets, to fuel the car. That means transportation too will be jacked up. And a couple of other utilities that has to do with fueling has also increased.
So clearly there was a big black market or parallel market of fuel in Benin based on the cheaper Nigerian fuel. How do things change now? Are people going to fuel stations?
Before they are able to adjust to that system, to take a while, because the fuel stations are not as common as the black market. So you have to cover a certain kilometer before you get to see any available gas station, because the black market has basically just pushed the gas station out of service. So the people I spoke with even told me that they are unable to access gas stations where they stay. So that means it's not common everywhere. So they basically have to rely on that which is accessible and having not to travel long distance before they can get fuel.
And how is this increase in fuel cost already disrupting lives and livelihoods in Benin? Do you see a ripple effect, especially on commodities like food items? Because if the transportation gets more expensive because of higher fuel costs, does it mean that prices of essential food items will also go up in Benin?
Analysis done by authorities here in Nigeria when the fuel subsidy was removed was that some of the things it will impact is food, because most of the food items brought from farms are transported by road, and some of these vehicles depend on petrol to move across. So if there's increase in the amount of fuel, that means there'll be increase in the amount of food. So too in Benin Republic, I want to believe that people who rely on maybe transporting their products by road would have to jack up their price. So it would affect the price of food, certainly.
What's been the reaction of authorities there?
I mean, the authorities are still not giving definite response, and that's because it's black market. It's not regulated. It's non-official. We may not get any official response from the authorities there.
Does it make fuel now, which is available at fuel stations, cheaper?
They were more expensive before. The black market goes for around 450 CFA before now, but now they've climbed to as much as 800. But the one at fuel station goes for around 650 thereabouts. So that means you either pay 800 for black market, or you go to wherever there is a gas station and pay as much as less to that, you pay 600, 650.
So in a way, Yusuf, then even though the fuel in black market is going to be more expensive, it seems to be a good news for the oil marketing companies in Benin, because fuel at the gas station will be cheaper. Do you think there'll be more buyers there then?
Yes, I mean, it will be good news for them, but maybe not in the immediate, but over time, because now they have to now begin to phase out the existing black market, because they are the one closest to people, they are the one more accessible to people. They're just like you're picking something at the grocery store.
That was the BBC's Yusuf Akipelu. Now, if you've